Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And when anybody's running short, is going to stay towards the top of the call there if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griff. Griffin.
Sounds good. Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill the out, man, it's fine, it's just a 5-star.
Komm, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly, that's fine, guys, 15 seconds, don't guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go for Charlie, so we can go there.
To your left, there's there. Sorry, shoot. So, jetzt guys, hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrel. Wire are strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over. Overheating is bad. Both legs on the Griffin. Get the Griffin.
Woo! Oh yeah, sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie, Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
What's in die Breite? CT dann in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung, Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums einleiten, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out. Check yourselves, make sure you've got, UAV cool shot. Here they come, they're pushing hard, guys.
Decro. Tez on.
No.
Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
We'll get cross it then, get in their face. They got a highlighter, they just push up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta. Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this. Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the f***ing arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Golf. I got him.
Okay, go, B3, go.
Echo, go. Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow.
God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill.
I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to tonight's Tournament of Stars Division H matchup between 601 and the Raptor Talons. Raptor Talons coming into this matchup with a 1-point advantage from their 1v1. The Raptors are a team of mostly first-time comp players with a range of experience levels who share a love for all things Jade Falcon. Meanwhile, 601 is a primarily faction play unit with a long lineage in MWO, also first-time comp for most of their players. Will the Raptor Talons snatch the rest of the points off 601, or will they end up a stuffed green chicken on the mantle of the 601 clubhouse? We'll find out soon. I'm Ivor, and let's see how these two teams fare. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timers, and then we'll talk about Vitric, a new map for Mech Online. Still some people trying to figure out what to do with it. Lots of things that you can do with it. You can go around the outside, some up top, some down the bottom, maybe a little mixture. I know we've all seen that in quick play and event queue. Honestly, a lot of event queue going on. Hang on one second, folks. I'm going to double check that the audio is coming through. Audio is coming through. Team 1 is locked. We'll go ahead and start Team 2's roster. Now, these two teams coming into it prepared, so I don't expect that we'll have a whole lot of time in between matches. But I am going to switch to the map room right now. It is actually a deceptively large map here. And honestly, expect there to be fighting around the top here. And then they're going to drop down. However, speaking of dropping down, we're going to go ahead and launch this map. All right, this one's the light drop. Expect a lot of brawl. Let's see how it goes. And again, let me know if there's any audio adjustments that need to be made. I did make some recently. All right, let's see here. Let's start with the 601 side. Oh, that's right. We've got the ones that swap by. All right, we are looking at a Supernova Broiler and a pack of Vipers. Very interesting coming from 601. Let's see what we got. Goss, Peeps, and some AMS. Maybe expecting some Lerms, and expect a lot of heavy machine guns there from 601. Let's go take a look at the Raptor Talons. I'm seeing a couple of Vipers on their side, an Arctic Wolf one. Hopefully there is an appropriate amount of SRMs on that. I do like to see that. Yep, that looks about right. A Mislinks G and an Xe. So both teams acting for a 4-man wolf pack with some sort of a heavy. We've got some fire trading across already. Let's see how 601 will respond to that. Doesn't look like anybody got hit by it, but hey, just a little warning shot. Miter Biker dropping a UAV. It's a tough spot to put a UAV there. Don't know how much they're going to see, but 601 taking it down immediately with a PPC right from that broiler. Now, let's see. We've got a little bit of trading going from the Xe, as it looks like Ghost Sun decides to peek up, not taking a whole lot of damage. But here comes the push. Looks like Lunar Storm is going to push over with that large pulse and Laser Fist Executioner. However, we've just encountered the Broiler covering this downside. Interesting place to put it, forcing them up top. Now, Raptor Talons doing the smart thing here, going over the top, making sure that Broiler doesn't get into it. 601, again, doing the smart thing. Let's bring the Supernova back into it. But Raptor Talons content with the top. That could make a difference, but there's a lot of cover down below. So many UAVs. Look at the Raptor Talons UAVs on the mini-map there. Not one from 601. So many UAVs with the scattering. Unfortunately, they're not entirely useful right now. 601 could use a couple to see if they can track that Xe, but it looks like that Xe is just going to trade here. 89%. Lunar Storm, how's he doing? Just a little bit off the top. Saint Dane coming in for a flank, and here comes the jump. Here comes the brawl. Iggy Mech Smasher going down to 88%. Lunar Storm looks like is open. I think I still have him chosen. All right, not open, just real roughed up all over the place, turning orange. We're ignoring the Broiler. That's going to be a mistake. Savage getting jumped by some of these. There goes Savage. Ghost Sun chasing Lunar Storm's Xe with the Broiler. That's a mismatch there. That's going to cost Lunar Storm on the Raptor Talons. Meanwhile, we've got, what is this, a 4-on-2 happening over here with just Vipers and Arctic Wolves and machine guns galore. Mazarius about to get focused on down here while Saint Dane tries to tie up Sir Arminius. Lunar Storm now legged. Interesting spread of damage. That's interesting. How's Brandon holding up? Brandon also legged. So these teams are going for a little bit of legs. Ghost Sun should have probably been helping out the other Vipers. Meanwhile, Mazarius goes down. There goes Brandon. Sir Arminius looks to be next on the chopping block. But meanwhile, Lunar Storm goes down. And let's see, Brandon, that was our supernova. So yeah, it's just Viper and an Arctic Wolf and a Mistlynx. So like machine gun on machine gun action here. Ghost Sun getting eaten alive. It looks like that was a leg. Meanwhile, leaving Sir Arminius. Let's see how that damage tracks. One leg open here. Eggy Mech Smasher going after him. Catch it to Drusevich. I'm sorry if I butchered that here, but yep, there goes Sir Arminius's leg. One touch. And 601 is down. So that is a win for the Raptors Talons, earning them 10 points, with 601 pulling off 1 point for the kill of Lunar Storm in that Exy. All right, let's get this going here. Get a scoreboard up here in just a moment, folks. All right, let's see here. Lunar Storm doing 360 damage in that Exy before going down. Interestingly enough, Katica Drusevich coming up with a double D. Not expected for someone who made it through the match. Savage, that first Viper down, also with a double D, but a pretty decent spread around. Looks like 601 might have a little bit of edge on that damage, but that just probably spread around a little bit for that. All right, let's take a look at our next map while I get this going, which is Terra Therma. Terra Therma, one of my favorite maps. It is toasty. Not the most toasty. We're gonna have that one later. I'm pretty sure Rubelite comes in as a little bit more on that. We'll go ahead and start the timer for Team 1 here. All right, so yeah, again, domination, expect brawl. My guess would probably be somewhere around here in Gulf 7. That's where I see a lot of it. I guess it's possible that you could trade these teams going with a core and a light pack strategy so far. So we'll see if that holds. We'll see. Tonnage limit increased on this one, so maybe we'll see a little bit heftier mediums on here. But hey, maybe we'll see some assault or heavies and medium action going forward here. I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to lobby. Again, I'm seeing 601 getting ready in that Bravo area. Let's see here. Okay, looks like there's no feedbacks on the volume, so that's perfect. We're gonna roll with it. Team 1, all right, they are all green and locked. We'll go ahead and start Team 2. See, like I said, I don't think we're gonna have a whole lot of time in between here. Team 2, the Raptors Talons, bringing in another mech. Dragon Gambling, I believe, is our new name there. All right, so let's see, what can we tell from these drops here? Alpha Bravo, definitely more towards the Team 1 side. That is signaling a push to me rather than working their way around Echo 6. They're going to go right up the center, as they probably should. And Team 1, 601 coming in Bravo and Charlie, which tells me that they might be going up the 7 line. Team 2 locked. We're going to go ahead and launch these two teams ready to go. We load in, make sure I'm on the right overlay here. Yep. Right, as we load in, I will scoot on over to the 601 side of the map. So many hills. I'll be interested to see, where's the spot? If anyone takes the volcano up here, there it is over here. This volcano, an interesting spot to sort of snipe from and hold the circle on the domination. Again, I don't know if any team will do that. This will tend to be brawl focused. You need some jets to get up here. And something that'll snipe. So maybe a Viper or something along those lines, but here they come. All right, we're looking at a Mistlynx, a couple of Orions, a trio of Orions and a Hunchback. Let's see what they're doing with that Hunchback. Probably, ooh, some ER large. What are these? Oh, these are PPCs and Gauss. Oh, interesting. All right, looks like Savage going to take the circle for 601, and then they're going to trade it out. Oh, with some range. Not what I expected. Maybe they're going for the fake out of the Orion. Meanwhile, we've got the Raptor Talons getting a slow start. 601 is going to have, I guess, a 15 to 20 second lead there. Let's see what we got here. Flamers, SRMs, Flamers, and SRMs, and probably the same on the Stormcrow. I'm sorry, no Flamers on that. LB20 and SRM sticks Still a nasty brawl build. Hang on, the red line. What are you bringing with that? All right, playing with an SRM6. Good. Omnimex, they do that. All right, let's see here. Looks like, yep, 601 getting 15. Yep, there it is. 15 to 20 seconds. And just so you know, guys, the circle on this is inaccurate. That you're looking at the mini map. That is not correct. It's a little larger otherwise. All right, let's see here. Raptor's Talons not checking the normal spot, which is this little corner right here. You tuck a mech in there and hold that circle. Savage holding significantly farther back there, not needing to go up, but also not scouting. Both teams blind right now. 601 expecting a push, but the Raptor Talons looking for them not only, but also not entirely compelled to push right now. It'll be interesting. I mean, they do have to push. They do have the timer against them. But they have the time to scout. 601 not even making a move, really just on the 100% defense, way out of the circle here. Just so you know, Savage right on the edge of the circle in this spot. The circle is probably right about where the camera is. So these guys are well out of the circle, which does count. Now this tournament is on kills. Raptor Talons coming ready to do that. But 601 and 601 ready for them to push, but no one seems to be doing it. We're sitting here over a point here. If no one actually engages, that'll go to 601. That being said, Raptor Talons ahead during this match. Iggy Mech Smasher trying to get a peek again, checking that pocket that I mentioned earlier a little, seeing if we can get anything. Is there a UAV? Yep, there's the UAV, trying to check that pocket. But Savage holding well back. I think that's going to be out of that UAV's range. And I think, nope, it's still there. 601, I don't think has seen it, but also they're not keen to give their position away. Curious. What are we going to do? I would expect the Raptor Talons to go. This is, I think this is Golf 8 line in any case. To go up this pass and try to get a peep, at least send somebody. I would suggest the Lanner, but we're just chilling. I don't know. The Raptor Talons may be willing to give this map a pass, but again, plenty of, well, not really plenty of time. 6.5 minutes. These are only 10-minute matches. Oops, sorry. There goes my timer. I keep forgetting to pause that so it doesn't make that noise. Let's see. Yeah, we are just chilling. All right, well, let's take a look. Using the skull here on these Orions, sort of the meta right now is excuse me, is some large pulse lasers, but we're looking at PPC Gauss, a little bit of AMS. There's our Hunchback there. Again, PPCs and Gauss, an interesting combination, ready for long range. A little toasty, but you do have that Gauss for backup. Meanwhile, we've got the brawl weapons for the Raptor Talons just kind of sitting. We got a UAV up. This will be a different UAV. Checking that pocket, waiting for the push that's not going to come, guys. Awesome. Thank you, Hesek. Yeah, 5 minutes on these, so I don't see them until a little bit later, so I do appreciate your feedback. Let's see, Savage. No, they're just sitting there playing the patience game. 601 very capable of the patience game. I was part of their unit probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and well before that at their founding, and we had some patience plays that called for it. So this unit with a history of being able to chill and wait for their opponents to get twitchy. Crazy motorbiker taking a little bit of a shot. I'm wondering if he caught Savage or just a little peek. I didn't hit anything. But it's a weird salvo there. Unless I missed a UAV, that's also possible. Let's see. The Lanner here with the SRM's just chilling. Not familiar with the SRM build on the Lanner. It might be a little bit slower. Usually you see a whole bunch of small lasers. That does run hot here. Hellfire pushing up. Crazy motorbiker. Maybe about to drop another UAV. No one branching out to find the other team, though. I don't know if they know. Let's see where 601 is looking here. Savage looking through there. These guys absolutely perched or the push. Oh, no, we got Brandon looking over the side. They don't know where Raptor Talons are. And here comes Raptor Talons up this channel, but not too far. Savage, no UAV. No UAV, but Savage is now spotted. And if we're smart about it, 601 will note where there's UAVs. There's Savage's UAV. Now they see. Ooh, that was a thing. No one brought Lerms, right? I'm not making that up. They're all SRMs. I know I made some assumptions, but that was a heck of a shot up in the air. Somebody's got a little... Oh, they were going for the UAV. Shut that down, and we're just chilling. All right, Raptor Talon's doing the smart thing here and not pushing that fire line. 601 with a textbook firing line. Savage going around to see if he can get some backs on the charge. That's not coming. Meanwhile, Dragon Gaming, even a Mech Smasher about to find him. Here we go, folks. We're about to have some action here. Savage needs to pull back. He's no match for this. Get out of there, buddy. Run, light, run. Ooh, no, there goes a leg. That's going to be Savage out. That's another point for Raptor Talons, which means if 601, never mind, 601 out of the circle, Raptor Talons now counting it down. I overlooked that. All right, 601 now in, having lost the lead on that win. So Raptor Talons currently posed for 2 points if they don't get any more kills for the next 3 minutes. But 601 having to push a little bit, taking a couple shots off of St. Dane, who is yellow despite being at 90%. What on earth happened to St. Dane? Just a really good amount of focus fire. All right. Let's see. No, we are just sitting. Raptor Talons knowing that they have the initiative here. 601 having to push, and here it comes. The Orion's going out, taking a couple shots, going for Dragon Gaming, going for the back instead of for St. Dane there. Ghost over committing. Ghost is gonna go down here real quick. Just the brawl circling around him. Crazy motorbiker. Yeah, taking some back shots, but they don't care. Ghost Sun going down, netting Raptor Talons another 2 points. St. Dane pushing Miserius off the back of the rest of his team. It's now 5 on 3. Here comes the push. Raptor Talons know that this game is theirs right now. Miserius going down. Arminius next on the chopping block. Again, looking real toasty. Brandon circling around looking for back shots. It's not going to be quite enough, but maybe he can pick one off. A lot of spread damage here. I'm looking at 75-22, even with back shots. Let's take a look at these mechs. St. Dane open. Yeah, these guys are cooking themselves as well. I've lost track of the fight here. I'll come back here. Yeah, so 601 spreading this damage around despite having a whole bunch of pinpoint here. We see some side torsos. Could have gone legs, could have gone CT on the back. But ultimately, Raptor Talons coming away with a flawless victory here. No deaths. And sorry, my point count was a little bit off. There we go. Raptors Talons now with 21 points, 601 with 1 point. Let's go ahead, grab this and throw that way. All right, let's take a look at these stats here. Everyone alive. 517 for Dragon Gaming. Good work in that Stormcrow. Double D's on Savage just getting caught out there, and everyone else trying to make it up. Brandon stayed alive the longest, got those back shots, very meticulous, but unfortunately not enough on that. All right, let's take a look at the next map. Next map is Rubelite Oasis. Okay. Scoot on over to the... Oh boy, that was a ugly transition here. All right, here's Rubelite Oasis domination pulled up so that we can take a look at what this map looks like. A little bit of detail. All right, starting Team 1's timer. Not that we're going to need it. All right, so we've got some high ground, low ground plays here as well. Expect some high ground over here, Fox 6. And some play around this area here. Which team is going to take which? That can depend. Now the tendency is to NASCAR, so Team 1 to take Delta 5, Team 2 to take Fox 6. But there's also some low grounds below there that might get a little bit of play. Domination, you don't have to go into the center. It's not Conquest. There's no theta point. So there's no reason to go into that open ground. Team 1 already locked. Starting Team 2's timer now. I'm just going to kick us over to the lobby screen so we can watch this happen. Bravo Charlie distribution. For 601. Now that puts someone way the heck out there. Actually, two people way the heck out there. Expect some light mechs out there. Main push, maybe into Echo 7, holding that hill there. Team 2 locked. We're gonna go ahead and launch. Let's see, what do we got? Bravo and Alpha on that. Those together, we might be looking at another push here from the Raptors Talons. All right, let's hang on over to my match overlay here. Give me talking about marshmallows and s'mores, and damn, I just want a campfire, guys. I do. It is campfire season up here in the Northeast US. So it is a good time. All right, hanging out here around 601, waiting for it to come in here. I'll get rid of these little things. All right, everyone's looking good for the cast. Still waiting on somebody's rig. I have all the FPS right now. I've got like 200. That's pretty good for a dying CPU. All right, here we go. In we come. We've got Sir Arminius in Night Gear, a couple Ebon 3 Ebon Jags, and 2 Nighters. Ger Falcons, right? All right, let's see what we got here. We've got Large Pulse and Heavy Large. That's an interesting build. It's got a little bit of sustain. I would have gone something more like Ghost Suns with the ER Meads, Large Pulse. You can do some interesting builds with that. What do we got on our Gers? We've got Gauss and a single PPC and another laser bomb on that, so that's interesting. Let's go take a look at the Raptor Talons. We've got a linebacker and 2 Orions over here. The Hellfire again and a Timby Prime. Timby Prime, hoping to see, oh, that's interesting. That is a Brawl Timby right there, not the medium range. Yeah, as suspected. Flamers, SRMs, and the classic Onion SRMs and LBs. Here they go around the corner. This is not going to be good for Ghost Sun. Ghost Sun is going to catch it. Brandon setting back is going to escape. Then they're probably going to go Savage. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Ghost Sun with that toasty build of those lasers. I think Ghost Sun, yeah, forgot the override. There it is. Those legs going quick. Brandon making the right move and Savage dropping down. They need to get out of there, and they have. That being said, no one has sights on. There's no UAVs from 601 floating up. I'm seeing some Raptor Talons UAVs over there. They're looking for him. They're going to see Brandon underneath. They're going to drop right on top of him. Savage might be able to counter, but we'll see. Yep, here we go. Crazy Motorbiker going down, followed by Saint Dane. They saw Brandon, and it's not going to be enough. He is caught on his own. Here's that wall. Just absolutely going to get ganked while Mazarius and Savage try to turn this corner. Those UAVs, folks, I cannot stress them enough. Information is a weapon as much as anything else. Now, I will say the 601 brought some toasty mechs here, hoping to stand off, and Raptors Talons absolutely called them on that with more flamers and SRMs. So what we're seeing is, first off, a mismatch of builds. 100% Raptors Talons decks outclass 601s here. Excuse me. So they got out mech bait, but the UAV use right there. So there was nothing really to be done about Ghost Sun. They had no clue. They didn't have any scouting going into that. But here we saw the Raptor Talons use of UAV saying, hey, there's one mech underneath us, and you know, we got a giant hole to drop right on his head. And that's what we saw happen to Brandon. Then it was one mech to one mech there, or I'm sorry, it was 5 mechs on one mech, just in a repeated pattern there. All right, let's take a look at these damages. Ghost Sun, I expect to double D here. Yeah, and Brandon too. They just couldn't get those shots off. The rest of them getting some of those back shots as they go. Meanwhile, Crazy Motorbiker and that Timby just getting a whole lot of damage. Great spread for Raptor Talons, about what you would expect for that kind of a brawl. All right, let's take a look at our next map while that happens, which is River City. We are switching to assault, and we are switching sides. I'm sorry, I need to mark down the points here. I shall not forget about that. So we are switching sides here. Here, I'll hop on over to lobby while I make that switch, and we can just check things out. And that match over so quick. There's that timer for team 2 on the previous. All right, let's see. We are assault on River City. Where are you, River? Every time. There we go. Let me just double check. Correct. Yes, River City. All right, and starting the timer for team 1 now. All right, now gonna send us back to the map room here. Team 1 with a very clear advantage here, which might be why Raptor Talons went into this and chose team 2 to start. The other maps that we've had, team 1, team 2, roughly equivalent, a little bit different in strats that are better for them, but it's really close, especially if you're going brawl. Now that we've got 400 tons on the board, we're gonna see some serious disparity. Now, team 1 here, the blue side on the right, has a really lovely spot up here in Echo 7. They can also post some mechs with jump jets up here in Echo 8, Fox 8, but this is a very strong trade side. This, if you end up getting pushed in Echo 7, you pull back to Delta 8 over here. You just pull on back and you force the other team into the open where you just pick them apart. Now, team 2, very strong brawl side. Some of the trading positions not so strong. What we see a lot in quick play though, and assault a little different, is we'll see some up here and we'll see some gathering around the Citadel, which is this structure over here in Hotel 6. I'm sorry, in Gulf 6. This is the Citadel. I don't think we're going to see a lot of that there. It doesn't serve much purpose, but it can be a great spot to kind of snipe from the team 1 side. You can get there fairly easily. Team 2 can tuck in. We'll see that as a quick play habit. Both of these teams new to comp, so we'll see. I know Brandon played a little bit earlier. I think he was in ISC and is leading the 601 team here, I'm sure, with strats. So we'll see how it goes. The strats have been very interesting. 601 willing to trade. Meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead and launch. Meanwhile, our other team here, the Raptors Talon, brawling every single time, and that makes sense for domination. It's different for assault, but not that much different. Kills still very accessible. All right, catching up on the chat. Nice to see there are enough names for a Div H Tuna Fish. You are 100% right. There are so many teams. There's 44 teams in this tournament, and I love it. I've been trying to get 601 when I was part of them, and even when I moved on to CSPS and then DPS for their comp seasons. Why do I have a drift? All right, there we go. I kept encouraging them to join because comp is... There's a level for everyone, honestly. If you say this is, you know, these people are way above my sort of skill grade, well, there are people who are not. There are people who are new to comp. Please join the scene. It's great. All right, let's take a look at the Raptor Talons. We got Crazy Motorbicycle in an Orion. Betcha that's a brawl. We've got another Orion. Now, here's something interesting. They could have gone full gargoyle, but they decided to go with 3 gargoyles. What do we got? SRMs, and then some of the micro pulse and small lasers one. So there's again, here we are, a brawl for the Raptor Talons on this trade side. Now, what did 601 bring? We've got a Hellfire Orion and 3 Marauders as we come on over here as they deploy. We've got Brawl and Brawl. Oh boy, here we go, folks. Brawl v Vol. Here's a Scorch. That one's gonna take that's a weird build for a Scorch, but okay. Is the other one like that too? Okay. Sir Armides with a much more typical Scorch build here, as is Mazarius. All right, Savage, I see you bringing something interesting. It looks more like something you'd find in quick play, but hey, we'll see. Now, no circle to worry about, no need to rush. We've got all the tonnage in the world. Raptor Talons holding the high ground here, expecting a push. So, remember that Therma map? We saw 601 on the defense. This time not so much. This time we are definitely seeing, I'm seeing my overlay a little mixed up. All right, it'll catch up on the stream. I'm just looking at the preview. as we wait for 601 to figure out where Raptor Talons are. Now, the problem with some of these push decks here that you're seeing, especially the slower ones, oh boy, we've got a defense off. Both teams holding their points. The problem here is there's no scouting. We're not seeing any UAVs because, I mean, there's enough open ground you'd be able to see it, but oh, airstrike going out, I think, unless that's just scenery, but that looks like an airstrike. On that trajectory, I don't know where it would have gone, and I didn't see any land, so maybe, okay, fine, that's just scenery. But hey, it is a good day to look at the scenery here because neither teams have moved, neither team showing interest in what the other is doing, which will lead to very interesting things. Now, a tie is no points for either team. Points good for the tournament, but if you're looking on a match or like a match by match basis, there's no requirement for Raptor Talons to engage. I think they're assuming 601 needs the kills, needs the points. I'll say in the long run, Raptor Talons will also need those points. But yeah, this could be a 0-point match if no one starts to move. Like I said, 601 good on the patience plays. They don't have a light to go scout and get caught out like they did on Therma with Savage in that missed links. Oh, yep, there goes that timer every time. All right. Okay, at least we're not on a radio cast, right? Hang on. All right. Yeah, meanwhile, Raptor Talons also not too interested. All right, who's keeping an eye out here? Looks like Dragon Gaming has a bit of a view. Hasn't seen anything. Guarantee it. Crazy Motorbiker, probably not. I mean, you've got the line. No, there's a building in between. Yeah. So Raptor Talons, no sight lines on 601. 601, maybe Ghost Sun would have something from over here. Maybe. Ghost Sun might be able to see something. Probably not running advanced zoom on that mech, though. It's a brawler, so I don't know if there would be enough detail to make up. All right, here we go. Raptor Talons saying enough is enough. We're going High City or maybe Rock Gardens. We'll see. They are not skylighting on the bridge, which is a fair strategy here. But will they go up into the cover of the city or down into the lower city through the Rock Gardens as they're approaching? Catching up here, Galanthor Lerm strat, you know, Lerms on Caustic, maybe. Caustic recently reworked. We'll talk about that next time. Yeah, let's see here. All right, Raptor Talons holding up while St. Dane tries to scout out Upper City, see if something's waiting for them. Not seeing anything. Okay, but we do have a strike. We do have a that's a self-strike. Oh no. Who did that? All right, we're gonna have to check the team damage when we get out of here. I do have a screen for that. Don't worry, folks. All right. There's an accidental strike. Someone trying to get cheeky or an accidental press as they closed. Did 601 notice? Let's see where they're looking. Ghost Sun tucked in and looking. Mazarius tucked in and looking. Sir Arminius looking the other way. 601 doesn't know. Raptor Talons going the long way. Oh, here we go. This is interesting. All right, using some negative scouting here. They haven't seen them upper city. They didn't see them cross at all. So now they know they're lower city and they are going around. St. Dane taking a peek, seeing Ghost Sun. Did Ghost Sun see him as well? I think so. Maybe. He's looking. He tucked in. There was no fire. 601, no shifts. Arminius still looking in the back. I still don't think 601 knows. Ghost Sun, your eyes are important here. Ghost Sun starting to back off. Here we go. 601 has seen it. And they are turning to look. We've got a little bit of a spread. St. Dane coming in. Brandon on the side. And Mazarius going to gank him. Meanwhile, the rest of the Raptor Talons heading in on Ghost Sun. Just kidding. Mazarius leaving St. Dane alone. Brandon pushing in, getting some back shots, going toe-to-toe with St. Dane's Gargoyle. A little bit of a weight disparity there. However, St. Dane using that cover. Arminius and Savage out of it. There goes Mazarius dropping down. Ghost Sun next on the hit list. Meanwhile, 601 struggling to catch up on behind. All right, Raptor Talons, do they know where they went? Well, they do now. Brandon launching some ACs down that corridor, right? Yeah, that UAC 10 down that corridor, and here they come rounding on the rest of 601. Saint Dane leading the charge alone. Lunar Storm and Dragon coming alongside, taking some time, but they're going to get some back shots on Savage and Sir Arminius. Katichka coming in a little late. There goes Savage. Saint Jane catches it. All right, that's a point for 601 this match. Sir Arminius going down. Ken Brandon clutch another one. It would have to be Crazy Motorbiker at 53%, but open nowhere. Getting cornered by Lunar Storm there. Sorry, Crazy Motorbike hoping on the one dead leg, and there goes our brutal kill shot there on Brandon. Well played, Raptor Talons. Again, look at all these Raptor Talons UAVs. They know where 601 is at all times. Again, UAVs, folks. UAVs. All right, let's let me capture this real quick. I'm gonna drop this in lobby stats. Give that just a second. Let's look at the damages real quick. 427, 599 from Crazy Motorbiker. Well done. Saint Dane going down in that gargoyle, 267. Meanwhile, 601 with a decent damage to Brandon again, pulling out a bunch of damage from those backs. Rest of 601 coming in at pretty much the numbers you'd expect for a brawl. All right, I'm gonna scoot on over to the scoreboard here. Let's take a look. Oh, the scoreboard isn't going to show up, are you? Come on, try it again. All right, just kidding, folks. We're not going to the scoreboard. All right, on to Caustic Valley. Let's take a look. That should show up here in a second. This is the reworked Caustic Valley. Caustic Valley, a long-range map. I honestly haven't played too much of it. I think I've gotten 1 or 2 matches in addition to my comp match earlier today on this map, so it's still pretty new. What has been added here is a lot of cover around this center. It was basically an open bowl. In faction, you've got drop zones over here at the Team 1 spawn. Team 2, which had sightlines directly from dropping, could just snipe you as soon as you came out, take this Echo 6 hill, and they're just shooting into your drop zones. Likewise, you could get a few shots from the other side as well here from Team 1. Really kind of a mess of a map, very unpopular. Now that it's been reworked, there's a lot more cover here in the center, makes it a lot more playable. So we'll see what these two teams have done to prepare for that. Honestly, expect Raptors Talons to push. Will 601 counter the push, or will they expect a trade? There's no tonnage limit here. All right, well, I guess there is a limit of 500 tons here that that the teams can take. But we'll see how they go. Raptors Talons sitting at 500. That means we may get a bear brawl here from Raptors Talons, bringing in Spiderfoot 5. Start the Team 2 clock. Meanwhile, let's see what 601 does. 601 sitting at the blaze at tonnage of 420. Let's see if they shift around. All right, looking at Bravo Alpha, I'm going to take a look at the map here. Bravo Alpha, you'll still be able to see some of my marks are these spawns right here. The frontmost spawns, that means what we're probably looking at is they're either going up Echo 6 and down or right through the center. Center, again, lots of cover, but Echo 6 gives you that height to see. 601 sitting in here, I'll make it green, in Alpha Bravo as well, which means they might be going around, or we might just see a big old brawl in the center. 490 tons. That means we probably don't have a full direwolf, but hey, maybe we'll see some direwolves. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and launch into this match. All right, while we're loading, let's see. Mech fashion, yeah, let's see. We've got some eggs in chat. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, Windscape, I definitely, the one thing, I get it. We don't hear the comms for a reason, right? But there are times when I'm just super curious as to what is going through team's head and what they're chatting about, maybe what they had for dinner. We shall see. Giggity, calling the game of Marco Polo. Yeah, here we go. Scotty doesn't know. Giggity, picking up my very subtle references here. All right, let's take a look at Raptor Talons. At their 500, they've got direwolves. No way are they trading with this. LB2s, AC2s. Oh, there's our Meta Gauss ER large. Yeah, these are trade bills with a little tiny bit of pushability. All right, let's see. 601. There's our Kodiaks. I thought someone came in at 490. Oh yeah, there's a Mad Cat in there. Go Sun. All right, there's our 490. All right, let's see what they've done. We're Kodiak 3s. Are we Gauss or are we AC Tads? What do we think? I wish I could open up predictions here and keep. That's Gauss. That's Gauss. That's Gauss. That's Gauss. Oh right, that's the Mad Cat and Gauss. 601 coming in with the Gauss Mad Cats. Questionable build, honestly, but capable of putting out a significant amount of damage. Definitely a fun build, but the thing is, you're still limited to 2 Gauss at once, which means you still need that face time. I much prefer the more brawl mid-range builds of these Kodiaks. But you know what? I don't think I updated the scoreboard. 1 second, folks. That was a... There we go. 10-1 win. Okay, points should be up to date now. Yeah, we are just sitting here trading. Brandon taking the brunt of it at 78%. He's in the low ground here. Yeah, a little roughed up all over, and I'm looking at the Raptor Talons. They are just fresh. Just pouring it on 601. 601, this is an untenable position here. And also, not only that, let's take a look at the positioning. You can look at it on the mini map. Here's 601 on this hill. This hill, not the worst hill to trade for. Not the best hill to trade with 5 entire mechs. Here they are finally spreading out, but only after Raptor Talons got a bunch of just like chill farm on them. Problem is when you bunch up like that, basically you have to move your cockpit maybe 2 degrees. When you trade, if you're moving cover or if you just need to change target, there's another one exposing. It's just really easy to trade against. Spread out here, and we look at maybe Mazarius poking on the right side here, Ghost Sun poking on the left. You get someone actually having to make a significant swing to notice, especially if they're using advanced doom, which at these ranges I can almost guarantee that they are. Not only that, you get different angles. So looking at Brandon all the way over here is going to have different angles on these guys. Now Raptor Talons falling into a similar pattern here. They're all in the line. Look at this line. 1, 2, 3, 4, right into the 601 concave. So I will say 601 better positioning. We have moved into better positioning. Lunar Swarm off to the side. Probably going to get a little bit of free farm on. That's what's going to happen here when you've got 1 mech off of the main group. Everyone's going to focus those 4. They're easy targets. The 1 guy off to the right is going to get a lot of free damage, and that free damage is coming from Brandon right now. We're at 61%. Let's take a look. Yep, open side. I'm probably about to lose some of those Gauss. Hopefully they don't explode. Savage at 85%, still relatively fresh. Armor going into the orange. Let's take a look at Crazy Motorbiker here, who seems to be getting the worst end of trades potentially of the teams. Just kidding, St. Dane overtook that percentage. Yeah, we're a little toasty all the way across. Yeah, and St. Dane really toasty, but a lot of that on the legs. Those legs will contain ammo, probably. Maybe heat sinks, but probably ammo. So a loss of that leg is a little bit of a big deal. But this is a 5v5. I don't know how much ammo they brought, but you still have all 8 guns. Here we go. Raptor Talons starting to fan out a little bit here. What do we got? Lunar Storm still hanging out here. These 2 St. Dan and Crazy Motorbiker taking the right-hand side. With Crazy Spiderfoot sitting out here with this Direwolf getting, well, losing a lot of shots. Maybe getting about 4 or 5. That's about half the firepower through that little hole. It's a tough trading position for something so wide. 601 going for a split push. Ghost catching a whole lot here. Doesn't look like he's lost anything, but open CT. Good focus on Raptor Talons. All right, things are starting to even out here. Raptor Talons still with a significant armor lead, but it is closing up. So 601 making some good on that. Looks like Ghost Sun catching some more. Mazarius up here catching some more heat. Open CT. Good focus on these Raptor Talons. It's very very tempting to go side torsos on things, but you know what? You get more than 1 mech focusing that CT, they're gonna die quick. That's how it goes. Let's see here. Yeah, Mazarius, that's going to be half on Mazarius, right? 1 touch CT. Ghost Sun getting a little bit of Overwatch, but who is this over here? That's Iggy. Iggy's got him covered, unable to cover Mazarius. All right. Raptor Talons are up by 1. Things are going to slow down here as we figure out further things. It looks like that is Sir Arminius, the freshest of 601 at 84%. Actually, that's pretty good. You got to be pretty fresh down there, huh? Let's take a look. Yeah, not bad, not bad. However, Raptor Talons on the scent of Ghost Sun here, who's pretty much one-touch CT. Let's see if they're able to take it. No, they're taking those side torsos, maybe going arms. Look at a lot of spread there. Just focus CTs, guys. It's gonna go down. There it goes. All right, now Saint Dane looking real roughed up. That's oh, just kidding, 43%, but really still has half the weapons and AC2s at that. A little bit heat cap, but not the worst. Brandon and Lunar Storm going at it here. Lunar Storm has Iggy for support and back shots from the rest of his team. Brandon really just kind of in the middle. I'm not sure what the plan was here, but Brandon goes down. Now, our last two huddling up in the same spot here. Savage and Sir Arminius, get those angles, boys. Don't just hang out here. They're searching for Saint Dane, but not going to get it. Spiderfoot just, man, either with them rapid clicks or a macro, just throwing out that AC2 spam to suppress Sir Arminius there and knock him down a few extra points. That's head open on Sir Arminius. His armor still relatively okay. That'll be interesting. Will we get a headshot? I'll leave that up. As Spiderfoot pushes Raptor Talons, smelling the blood of 601. These verdant chickens are not going to be on the mantle today. There goes Savage. Sir Arminius open 65%, still with weapons here. Could take potentially Spiderfoot. Oh yeah, Spiderfoot ready to go. Saint Dane, not so much. So that's that battle percentage, folks. Look at that, 39, 43. That's 4 percentages off, but Spiderfoot here, ready to drop. If Sir Arminius can just get that CT. But Sir Arminius coming out about halved. Will they get the headshot? I don't know if they're even seeking for it, but it's there. We're going after Spiderfoot. Sir Arminius, yeah, looking for that point. Getting caught by Lunar Storm, wondering if there's a mech behind him. No, but getting on a crazy motorbiker. That's going to be it for Sir Arminius. No points for 601 on this drop. All right, so adding everything in, we're looking at, I think that is a perfect game for Raptors Talons at 51 with, I'm thinking 2 points for 601. It's possible I might have mixed something up there. These results not official, just for your benefit. Let's take a look at the damage here. Oh, Lunar Storm, Saint Dane, 752, 610 for Motorbiker. Yep, Spiderfoot was getting a little stuff there at the bottom of the hill. And Iggy, I don't remember where Iggy was, but I think also in that line. So a little rough. Looking at the damage on 601 Arminius, there we go. Holding in 639, making good on the trades. Brandon at 438. Decent spread for 601, but unfortunately not quite enough. All right, folks, let's take a look. Well, that's kind of it. So I'm going to head us over to the lobby screen here. Let's see if 601 is sending anyone for. I'll keep an eye out for waiting for any interviews, but good games, both teams have a bit to learn. Raptors Talons just pulling out a lot of brawl, which is a very, very strong strat in a 5v5. Can't blame them for doing that. They did a great job. All right, let's see if anyone hops by. All right, Arminius coming on over. Let's see here. All right, we'll get him in. We've got someone from 601 coming over, and I think we're getting maybe Saint Dane, maybe Lunar. There's Arminius. Hello, Arminius.
Hello, how are you?
Doing all right. Good games. We're just gonna wait to see if Raptors Talon send someone over. I think they are. There we go. Lunar Storm and Saint Dane coming in. Hello, Raptors Talons. Well played, both teams. Very interesting match, I gotta say.
Thank you very much. It was fun.
So, and we got Motorbiker. All right, we've got a whole crew here from Raptors Talons. All right.
Heyo.
So from both teams, and I want to start with 601. Y'all are new to the comp scene, and I am so glad to cast this, because not only have I been trying to get 601 in a comp team for like 5 years at this point, they are also new, and Raptor Talons also new to the comp scene. So we've got 2 new teams here, and that is super exciting. I love to see new faces in comp and to see what happens, which we did. So I'm just going to start with a broad question, and let's start with 601. How are you preparing for this tournament? What is new to you? If you're new to comp, like what other mindsets are you coming to the game with? What just tell me about your experience in comp so far.
So it's been really interesting and different than anything that we've done before. It's different from faction play. It's very different from quick play. And really how we've been preparing is going through and we're looking at the maps and we're trying to think about what our opponent's strategy might be, try to determine what our strategy needs to be to counter that, and then do our best once boots hit the ground to actually follow through with the strategies that we've set.
How about you folks in Raptor's Talons?
For us, a lot of us, we are, we're new, obviously. But it's like what Sir was saying, it's very different from quick play, very different from faction. The one thing, that's great about this, it's the organization. We get to sit down and do map strats, exactly what Sir was saying. We get to, develop our plan, figure out, if the enemy might do this, might do that, what are our counters for that. And it's nice just to be able to, get something organized, like, okay, we're all going to take linebackers for whatever reason. And, this is all of us have the same builds. We all know what we're taking. So it's nice to have the organization as opposed to, like quick play, for example. I
so feel that a speech after my own heart, I gotta say. I have a hard time with quick play because of that lack of teamwork, which is much why I've for comp now and faction play before. Those tend to be the areas where I hang out. Okay, so given that you both were playing chess, let's talk about Terra and let's talk about River City, because you both tried to out chess each other for about 6 minutes on each of those maps. And people in the chat were saying it, and I'm kind of with them. What were the comms like as you're sitting there waiting? Are you talking about what you're having for dinner tonight? Does someone have to run off to the bathroom? What's going on with that? The two wait strategies.
Let me be very honest. I asked at one point, everybody pick a number between 1 and 10. So, and I can tell you, for us, if you went in and you watched our first set of matches, our final match when we got aggressive, we pushed in and walked into a trap and just got destroyed. Just like instant death after death after death. And so we didn't want to do that this time. We wanted to be more deliberate about what we were doing and make sure that we were practicing our patience game.
How about you folks in the Raptor Talons? Any interesting tidbits from your comms while you're waiting out there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Crazy.
Yeah, a lot of it was in our position on the initial. We were trying to find what they were going to be doing, whether they were place holding, which they were, and then figuring out where we wanted to go from there. In what came down to was once we figured out their range, we knew to push the light out, and that would push the main group back into us. But we were waiting for them to get impatient, which is the very thing they were going to commit to. So that's why it took a while to get going.
Yeah, and to give an insight into our comms on that, once we realized, hey, they're probably set up ranged far outside, but they have a light in the circle, we were all screaming at each other saying, okay, get the light, but do not expose yourself. Do not expose yourself. Be careful. They're going to blast you. And we kind of just barely were in the perfect position for it.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, go back and watch the videos of this. It's really interesting because 601 was in just a perfect concave to just, like you said, blast you through that tunnel. But you guys didn't take the bait. And I will say, one of the things I was commenting on is 601 impatience plays. We used to do that in faction play all the time. Just wait for, Evil at the time or BCMC to get impatient, and we took a couple matches off that. So Don't get impatient, folks. All right. I'm just gonna keep the interview short here. Let you folks debrief and get this video up there so y'all can watch. Any last thoughts or plugs? I'm so glad to see you both in comp.
Yeah, I'll just say shout out to you guys for hosting us. Like I said, for most of us, this is our first comp experience, and you've made it a very fun and well thought out experience. And shout out to our opponents as well. They were very fun matches, and thanks for playing.
Absolutely, agreed. It was definitely a learning experience as we went through this. Fun matches. Wish it had gone a little bit differently than it had, but well played, I think, on both sides. Could tell that there were definite strategies on both sides. And because you said plug out there, I will plug twitch.tv/Sir Arminius. I do stream as well, and I actually have a 5-minute delay and have this up on my channel. So if you want to see it from my perspective, you know where it is.
All right. Awesome, you guys. Well played, both teams. Thank you, audience, for a good chat going through there. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I think no, it looks like the Mech Leagues Prime has wrapped their cast, but come on back tomorrow. There are more matches happening all day. Some of them late. I'm going to be casting one later on this trial. In the meantime, send you on with that intro video one more time, and have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And anybody's running short is going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come out.
I have you in the Griffin.
Sounds good.
Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill the out, man. It's fine, it's just a 5-starter.
Kommt, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't die. 15 seconds, don't die.
Guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go to Charlie, see if we can get it.
There. To your left, there's a. Acceleration. So, jetzt guys, hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on the barrel. Wire are strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over.
Overheating is bad.
Both legs on the Griffin. Get the Griffin!
Woo! Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie, Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Let's in die Breite ziehen, zieht euch in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurze Aufschaltung, Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Medium sein Leid, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, a Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out. Check yourselves, make sure you've got, UAV cool shot. Hey, here they come, they're pushing hard, guys.
Decro. Tez on.
Go. Whoa, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
Well, you cross it then, get in their face. They got a highlighter, they just push up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta. Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this. Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the fucking arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Go. I got him.
Go, P3, go.
Echo, go.
Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill. I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
Bye.